Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading today. This is the crystal you chose, the rose quartz crystal. So, I'm going to start your reading. These are some of the cards I'm starting out with. We'll take a look at the other ones in a bit. So, today's reading is what's your reputation? Okay. So, you chose the B card. This is air element. Matches the flower. We have the Fool in reverse. We have choices. Number 22 makes me think of Rahu and Moon. Maybe you guys have Moon and Rahu conjunction, north node of the Moon, because 2 is the number associated with the planet of Moon, and it adds to 4, which is north node. So we have the Lord. For Nakshatra, you got Bharani. Yoni and elephant, we have Shravana also. This falls in Aries. This is, I think, Capricorn. So what I'm seeing here, what's your reputation? I feel like you are someone that people perceive to be a team player. That's the first thing that's coming through with the B. You could be social. There could be a lot of people around you. Naturally, you might be drawn to people. You could have Libra placements, or you could have a lot of planets in the later zodiac signs from number 7 to 12. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. These are more social houses, or the outside houses. The first 6 are first 6 are more internal sort of energy. So you could have a lot of planets in these zodiac signs, or you could have prominent planets in these signs. You could be someone who deals with somehow maybe social networking, dealing with a lot of people. This maze actually makes me think of a web as well. So someone who's social, someone who has a lot of interaction with other people, or naturally people could be drawn towards you. B is sometimes associated with the buzz, right? So the buzz that you create. So people perceive you as someone busy, like a busy bee, or someone who's always dealing with people. There's something going on in your life. You could have an exciting life. You could be someone who has a lot of options, so having multiple friends. There's a lot of stimulation in your life is what I'm picking up. Even with this air element, I'm getting that. And Shravana is also Capricorn energy. So it's again that later zodiac sign that I'm picking up. Lord is like, your reputation is really good. People perceive you as someone high and mighty, someone with a strong character. They take you seriously, but they also see your talents or your capabilities somehow. Like you command respect with the kind of person you are, or the way you live your life. So the maze makes me think of Rahu itself, because Rahu is about confusion. So being confused about options. I see a small ladder here as well. If you can notice, there's a ladder. So that is Ketu element. Ladders are connected with Ketu. So I see this Rahu Ketu play or dance going on in your chart, north node and south node. By the way, if anyone feels confused about any of the terms that I use, it's okay. You can always write it in the comments. I'll get back to you, or someone else might help you out in order to understand those, because sometimes I get comments about, I don't know what is Rahu. People don't know it's north node of the Moon, and sometimes I don't mention it. It skips my mind. So you can always comment to clarify. Anyway, coming back to this maze, it's talking about, because of this Rahu Ketu dance, I'm getting this energy of transformation in you. So your reputation could be changing over time. Maybe earlier people used to take you less seriously, because I see somewhere here with this little chick on this image. We see a little chick, and we see this bee also comes across as very, I don't know if it's the right word, but innocuous, or someone like small and tiny. But we also have the Lord. So I feel like you, and also the Fool is in reverse. So I feel like there's a shift or change of opinion about you, pile number 1. You could be really coming onto your own. There's a hint of maturity that I'm picking up here. With the Fool being in reverse, it's like you're maturing. People are taking you more seriously as well, moving forward. And I'm also drawn towards this almost looks like a T. Maybe some of you people watching this could have an initial T, maybe P as well. Anyway, so here also these two nakshatras are more serious. Bharni is about restriction, discipline, having standards, following rules. It's connected to Lord Yama, I think. Yeah, Lord Yama. Sorry, I keep wanting to say Rama, but it's Yama, and he's the god of that we associate with discipline, and also giving karma. Shravana is also more of a nakshatra that's connected with spirituality or a spiritual growth. It's also connected to ear, so being a good listener, maybe you used to be this chirping sort of a fellow, but now you're listening in more. Maybe you're sharing less, you're becoming more spiritual or just intelligent, emotionally more mature. And with the B, it's like a lot of people might be coming to you, talking to you, and you're a good listener. That's why people feel a sense of comfort around you. Maybe people, when they're confused, they're in this maze, they come to you for answers. That's what I'm picking up so far. Let's keep going. You also got the venom. We have the stone as well. This is giving me Saturn energy. Did I say Saturn earlier as well? I don't know. But I am getting Saturn. I'm also getting Scorpio energy here. Maybe some of you guys have Saturn in Scorpio. See, is this moon? Looks like the moon to me. I don't know. So maybe moon in Scorpio for some of you guys. Venom makes me think of 8th house Scorpio energy, because obviously there's a poison or venom in the tail of the scorpion. Also makes me think of Ashlesha Nakshatra. I've noticed some people have careers where they deal with poison, venom, what's the word? Vaccines and stuff. That's more of like an Ashlesha sort of a career. That's why it makes me think of Ashlesha. People who are in the medicine business or giving like vaccines and stuff. That's a Ashlesha sort of a thing going on. So what I see here is you've been through some difficult experience. With venom, it's about maturing through suffering. So your reputation is the person of someone who is strong-willed. You have willpower and you keep it moving, keep it going. A lot of people could look towards you for strength. Also, they might feel a lot of inspiration from you and how you make the best of things. You're someone who doesn't get bogged down easily. You're a fighter. That's the energy I'm picking up. You're also very stable and grounded. It's like you don't waver a whole lot, and it's hard to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to phase you. It's like you take everything head on your chin and you keep it moving. So that maturity is setting in. There's like I said, it's coming of age. That sort of a feeling I'm picking up with this pile. Especially maybe a lot of people picking this pile could be having their Saturn return. So around the age of 28 to 31. A lot of people might be in that age zone, or some event or some aspect of Saturn is going on in your life. With this triangle also makes me think of Mars. Some of you could have Mars and Saturn conjunction. Maybe Mars sitting in Saturn sign, Saturn sitting in Mars sign, because the shape of triangle is associated with Mars. But with stone, it's like you're becoming steady. I think again, it's about finding yourself. You're finding your taste, your choices. Let's say even take the example of fashion, figuring out what looks good on you. So finding your sense of style, or I don't know. It's like you're figuring things out in life, and you're in that beautiful phase of just enjoying yourself and getting to know yourself better. That's what I'm picking up here. And also your reputation is of a person that people take seriously, and they see that you're someone responsible, trustworthy. With this stone energy is someone reliable, kind of like an anchor almost. Okay, and you follow rules. So you could be a stickler for rules also, pile number 1. That's what I'm getting. Let's keep going. We have the deer, pathfinder. Trust your instincts to guide you through this situation. Okay, so It's funny, we have the maze and then we have the pathfinder. This is lovely. Some of you could have Mrigashira nakshatra also, the deer. I connected with that nakshatra. So it's about finding your path. And funny how we started out with having choices and now we have the pathfinder. So it's like you're finding the path. You're not just starting on this journey, but you're kind of at the end of the journey where you figure things out for yourself. Okay, so that is lovely energy. We have tapas also, very similar to this venom energy of tapas is associated with going through hardships, but it builds character over time. So that is the energy of tapas, where this can be even spiritual sadhana, where you're committed to a goal and you put a lot of effort and energy towards something in particular. So that's your reputation, a person who follows through. If you make a commitment, if you make a promise, you follow through. People, your word is your bond. People take you seriously. And you're someone who doesn't shy away from hard work. You could be pile number 1, someone who likes hard work, or you like challenges, you like competition. That sort of energy I'm getting. It's like people feel this slight intimidation and competition with you. And they have a lot of respect also for you. And you don't play dirty as well. That's what I'm getting. For astrology, you got 11th house. You got Saturn, which rules the 11th house. And you got Aquarius, which is connected to the natural 11th house. I forgot that because I pulled the cards yesterday, so I didn't remember what the cards were. But overall, I was just naturally picking up a strong Saturn energy throughout the reading, and I'm not surprised that all the astrological placements are connected to Saturn. It's funny how that happens. At least I'm on point. So that's good. So what I'm seeing is 11th house is your gains. I think overall with this pile, you will have gains over time in your life. You're building towards something and you're gaining momentum. That's clearly one thing I'm picking up. 11th house is associated with gains, and 11th house is one of the Upachya houses. The Upachya houses are 3rd, 6th, 10th and 11th. What it means is something that grows or gets better over time. That is also the natural energy of Saturn. That's why it rules the 10th and 11th, and it's, I think, the significator of the 6th. So it has some association with these planets, and Saturn is about hard work, putting in the effort, perfectionism, gaining mastery over something. Some of you could have Saturn retro also, retrograde. I've seen that quality in people who have that perfectionistic sort of a tendency. That also comes through with the retro Saturn. Okay, some of you could be better suited to serve other people. Saturn is about serving. But also with 11th house, sometimes I also get this energy of, because it says the radical here, Aquarius, doing something on your own, doing business, doing independent work could be good for you. If you really feel called to do it, you should do it, and you will see progress slowly and steadily. That's a specific message coming through. But Saturn does talk about a person who, you could be an old soul. People might notice that about you, how you're an old soul, or maybe earlier in your life you were this fun, the fool sort of buzz bee sort of energy, but now you're finding yourself, you're coming into your own, you're becoming, embracing this more of that older, wiser person's role. You could be the guiding light in your friends group also. 11th house is connected with your friendship, your social network. So you could be someone people look towards for wisdom and guidance, maybe your approval as well. People take you seriously. Naturally, with strong Saturn, people take you seriously. People consider you an old soul. There's a respect here. And your work could be very prominent or significant to you. It's a big part of your personality or your aura, is what I'm getting. Responsible person, grounded person. Some of you could even be fond of crystals, maybe gemstones. Saturn does give that. But Aquarius is a person who stands out, someone who's different, unique, not exactly looking for other people's opinion, but a lot of people could be naturally drawn towards you. Some of you picking this pile could be really good or could do really well on social media, online. Something with internet also. I do get that energy from Aquarius. And also with this bee and buzzing, obviously you could create a lot of buzz. And then this maze also makes me think of social networking. And this number 2 can talk about creating an emotional bond with the audience. And Rahu, it adds to 4, which is Rahu. Rahu is all thing internet. Okay, and going viral is also sometimes associated with Rahu. So I'm getting that strongly in this pile. Let's look at some tarot to finish off the reading. So you got the star, which is, I think if I'm not wrong, associated with Aquarius. We have Page of Wands. We have the 7 of Swords. Okay, so the energy I'm getting here is, again, I don't know, I'm getting this feeling of healing, like people coming to you for like a hug or some emotional embrace, almost expecting some love from you. Or you could have a healing presence is what I'm getting. You could also be someone who has faith. With Saturn, sometimes it can make a person cynical. However, maybe you do still look to the divine for help and guidance. Usually people who are into tarot, spirituality, astrology, stuff like that, most people do have some amount of faith. But I feel like pile number 1, you could be the ones who are slightly more reliant on logic, on practicality, on hard work. And you know how some people say my hard work is my good luck. That's the energy I'm getting with this pile. You can also be a little cynical. Some of you guys could have difficult aspects to your Jupiter. So let's say Jupiter in Gemini and Jupiter in 3rd house. Maybe even Jupiter conjunct Ketu. I've seen people who sometimes have a hard time accepting wisdom or someone else's advice. I think you learn on your own. You make mistakes, you learn from them. Page of Wands, again, that B sort of energy I'm picking up here, where people think of you as someone fun. They like spending time with you. They enjoy your company. And you can be a good time also. It's not just because you got Saturn, so you're overly, I don't know, boring or anything like that. I'm not getting that. You're fun, you're social, you're good with people, you have social skills. 7 of Swords can talk about a person who's slightly, maybe you keep quiet. You could be someone who doesn't speak a whole lot, because we see the mouth is closed off here. And then Shavana is also connected to listening. So you could be an active listener instead of, maybe you say you don't talk as much. And you could be someone, maybe you don't share your plans in advance. You can be a little sneaky, or I don't know, you could have the tendency to not share your plans with everyone and keeping a little low profile and being a little quiet. So that's the energy I'm picking up for you, pile number 1. I hope this reading resonates with you, and if it does, please leave your comments, let me know your thoughts. If you have any video suggestions, you can leave those also. And if you're looking to book a reading with me, I'm almost done with the readings I have to do for this week. So I do have some free time on my hand. If you want to book, you can check out the different readings that I offer on my Ko-Fi shop. The link will be in the description, or you can write to me on my email. My email is also there. And that's it. You can also become a member if you'd like, if you want to support the channel. Okay, thank you for watching. Hello, bye guys, have a good one. Welcome to today's reading. Today we're doing What's Your Reputation. This is the crystal you chose. It's a black obsidian. I don't know if it'll focus or not. Black obsidian. I'm gonna keep it here. And this is the card you chose, raccoon. Let's start with these cards. We'll take a look at the other ones in a bit. So we have raccoon here. Do you guys like raccoons? How come you chose this card? Let me know. We have the 8 of Cups with the mountain in the back. Lots of white and black imagery in this pile so far. We have, what is this? The 9 of Wands in reverse. It's giving me Ketu energy with the ladder. With mountain also, I think it makes me think of Ketu, because mountains are, the higher planes are associated with Ketu. The lower planes, let's say beaches and the deep ocean, that's more of a Rahu energy. We have the heart. It's so pretty. Number 24. So this is Venus's number. Okay. And despair came out in reverse. So that is a positive sign. 2 is moon, 4 is Rahu, maybe moon Rahu conjunction, but overall maybe a strong Venus in your chart, maybe Venus Ketu, or Ketu sitting in 5th or 7th house. We have Jyeshtha Nakshatra, this falls in Scorpio. We have Rohini Nakshatra, Chariot, makes me think of the Chariot card in tarot. And Rohini is, I think, Taurus. Yeah, I think it falls in Taurus. So first of all, I'm just picking up this energy of relationships and love with this pile. So there could be something about your personality where people pick up on this quality. Maybe you're a hopeless romantic, or love or romance could be a big part of your life. You could be very creative also, let's say. I'm just getting that vibe overall, because sometimes we associate heartbreaks and pain and romanticism also with creativity. That is the kind of energy I'm picking up. Even we got Jyeshtha. Also, I'm getting this energy of Anuradha Nakshatra with this pile. So someone who's creative, someone who does things because you feel strongly about it. There's a lot of passion that I'm picking up on. Passion, creativity, femininity. I'm picking up that strong Venus energy so far. Rohini itself makes me think of a Venus energy. Someone who's beautiful, bright. Other people feel jealous towards Rohini. People could be jealous of you. They could try to put evil eye on you. Some people might even enjoy when you go through suffering. That's one thing I'm getting with this pile. But overall, what I'm getting is a person who I feel like you could have like a heavier sort of energy. Not heavy in terms of people don't like you, but it's like you feel things very strongly. There's a lot of passion that I'm picking up here. And someone maybe you love very strongly, so heartbreaks are big for you. Like they kind of tear you down a little bit. You could have a big heart. You could be very loving, very generous. I'm picking up that energy of generosity across, so it's not just restricted to your love life, but you could be very generous sort of a person, very creative. You think, you feel things, and then something beautiful comes out of it. You could channel that energy towards your creativity, is what I'm picking up. Naturally creative and talented people, and something about beauty also, where people notice your beauty. You could get a lot of attention as well with Rohini. Jyeshtha is also, sometimes it talks about, and the funny thing, I just realized we have Rohini and Jyeshtha. The 27 wives of the moon god. Rohini was the favorite, and Jyeshtha was the one that had an issue with Rohini, and she brought it up. And I don't want to say the least favorite, but there's this energy of feeling a little neglected here. So we have this dance going on here. Maybe a lot of people are drawn towards you, looking for some inspiration in your life, or people, like I said, that earlier energy of feeling jealousy, putting evil eye on you, competing with you, even when you have not given anyone a chance to create that friction. But there's some people where they just treat you wrongly for an uncalled reason. It's not fair. So that's one energy I'm getting, where people sense a intimidation or fear from you. They feel like you're better than them. That's the energy I'm getting. With mountain also, it can talk about a formidable sort of a personality, someone strong-willed, someone with talent, someone with strong character, something like this. And raccoon talked about unparalleled sort of creativity, someone who has but you might put yourself in a box. So I think you need to be a little more sure about yourself, pile number 2. If you lack a little bit of confidence, I think you're better than you think you are. With this pile, I'm getting that energy. I think whatever troubles that you've been through, your heartbreak, whatever, they have made you, somehow you've used that to your advantage. With despair in reverse, you could be someone who gives great relationship advice probably, or it's making me think of let's say a musician who got heartbroken, but they're channeling that pain through their art, and it's bringing them a lot of success and abundance and fame. That's the energy I'm picking up. You don't have to be a musician. but you could be creative and somehow you just channel or you could be someone who does deep things. If you post a quote on, let's say, Instagram, it's gonna be deep. Or you talk about your emotions a lot, people connect to you because of your emotions. Something about that energy of feeling pain and expressing it and finding solace through that. That's what I'm getting. With heart, you could be, like I said, hopeless romantic. Romance could be a big part of your life. Or this can talk about passion also. So whatever you do, there's a lot of passion behind it and you feel very strongly. You could have strong opinions. So the overall reputation so far, what I'm picking up is you could be a hopeless romantic or very romantic sort of a person, flirtatious, fun, very appealing, very Venus like quality, Empress. Okay. And then I'm also getting this energy of someone who's very passionate, so someone who has strong opinions. That's what I'm getting. And obviously, like I talked about, creativity. Here we have the kiss. So again, more passion. People feel a strong passion towards you. We have the sustainer. This gives me the energy of Venus again, which sustainer makes me think of diplomacy, which is something I associate with Venus. The diplomats, any sort of diplomat, you'll go and check their chart, there will be a prominent Venus in their chart. They sustain things, they preserve things, they're good at maintaining things. That's a Venus quality. So you could be someone like that. With kiss, people feel a lot of passion for you, or you could be very attractive. Like I said, there is something about beauty here with Rohini. You could also be everyone's favorite. So the people who feel jealous might not express that to you. It might be behind the scenes, but everyone treats you like the favorite. Rohini is the favorite. Very beautiful. Somewhere people feel like an emotional bond with you also, because it's the moon god's wife, Rohini. With the kiss, a lot of passion. They also, maybe because you're this romantic sort of a person, people feel a lot of passion towards you. They feel like this person's very romantic. So you kind of also stir up these feelings in other people. And also this, I don't know, with holding hand, it's making me think of people wanting to take care of you. Or this could be your reputation also, how you handle things, how you maintain things, you preserve things, you take care of your connections, your friendship, you give a lot to them, you nurture them. So you come across as a very sensitive, caring sort of a person, very nurturing, maybe strong moon and Venus in your chart. Maybe moon Venus conjunction as well. I'm getting that. Let's keep going. We have this card, Samadhi, which talks about surrender. We only have one more. Then I'll talk about the astrology cards. We have Dove, serenity, slow down, pause and breathe. Lots of blues coming through with this pile. With dove also, it's another symbol of beauty. Makes me think of beauty and also makes me think of love birds. So again, a person who's very loving, looking for love. Relationships are important for you. You might give a lot in your love and your relationships. Peacemaker as well, with white. Naturally, white flowers and white birds make me think of peace. So you're someone who doesn't like confrontation. You don't like fighting. You're someone soft and gentle. You might have softer nakshatras in your chart. That's what I'm getting. Also chariot, I don't know, I'm drawn towards the chariot in the tarot. So what I'm picking up so far is a person who's easygoing. You surrender things, you let go of things, you forgive people. You're very kind-hearted, you have a big heart, very generous also. You could be someone who spends a lot of money on yourself and other people. You take care of them. Your reputation is of a person who's very generous and very kind, compassionate. You keep things easy and light. That's why people could feel a lot of love for you. With this heart, it's like maybe a lot of people feel that love towards you. And they see you as a kind, sensitive soul. So they want to treat you they want to take care of you. They want to be nice to you. That's the energy I'm getting. Here also, I'm just looking over at the cards. And the first card is Taurus, which is similar sort of energy. Taurus is about good looks, first of all. Someone who's good looking, someone who is beneficial or like a big asset to other people. So people look at you as an important person in their life. It's like they don't want to lose you. And Taurus is also that energy of earth. So again, something to do with food also, making me think of how we bond over eating food and going out eating food with someone. So treating someone, taking care of someone, even nurturing someone, hosting someone at your home, that's a Taurus quality. So what I'm getting with this is, and Taurus is also connected to money. So someone who will spend the money, someone who will, it's not just money, but they'll spend the energy, time, effort towards someone. So you're a asset. Everyone in your life probably looks at you as an asset. Even the people who don't like you, they feel like I'm going to benefit with just keeping this person around in my life. So they see how important you are, how you are someone who's high value. And Taurus is also, I do connected with beauty, grace, someone who's cultured, someone who wears nice clothes. Taurus is that energy of, because it's ruled by Venus. Venus is connected to fashion and also spending money, living a luxurious sort of a life. Taurus is more so connected to the luxury because it's earth element. So people tend to spend a lot of money, and earth is naturally connected to our resources and abundance. So that's why Taurus people might be spending more money on the clothes and looking for comfort. Whereas think of Libra. Libra is also ruled by Venus. It's aesthetic. It's connected to aesthetic, but Venus Libra people might still be more inclined towards a bargain or just making things work. They don't need something expensive to look good. But Taurus people, they like spending the extra money. So I've noticed that. Abundant people, here also I'm drawn towards the eye. We see the eye, and I think second house, because Taurus is connected to the second house. Second house is the right eye. 11th house is left eye, if I'm not wrong, or it could be switched around. But something about having that detail eye. Your eyes could be very pretty. People could compliment your eyes. It's like you could also have a good sense of understanding which person's good for you, what person will be an asset in your life. That's what I'm getting with the eye. Because second house, Taurus energy, it's second house, which is your soul tribe, the people you can depend on, your support system, your family. So people might tell you, you feel like family to me. That's something you might get often. Okay, and also it's making me think of the denim and the cowboy aesthetic, which is in fashion right now. It's making me think of that country lifestyle, farming, all of that. We have Ketu, south node of the moon. We have ascendant, first house. So not surprised, first house and ascendant came out. You could be someone, first of all, this is funny, don't take it in a negative way. But I've seen people who, with prominent ascendant first house coming out, it can make a person self-obsessed. Or someone who's very self-centered, very focused on your own self. Not being bothered about other people's opinion of you. So you could have very high standards for yourself. You could consider yourself important, or you take good care of yourself. That sort of energy I'm picking up with ascendant in first house. Your looks could be very important to you. You could be the sort of person, let's say, just take a silly example, but if you cannot get the eyeliner correct, you will not go out of the house until you fix it. So because you take good pride in your looks and the way you present yourself to the world, you could put a lot of efforts towards it. You could have high standards for yourself. Like, I have to look nice. And funny thing, I'm talking about eyeliner. People with Rohini, I've seen they have very beautiful eyes and they could be really fond of using eye makeup. I've noticed that. Eye makeup could look really good on you, pile about 2. Also drawn towards the dove's eye here. But yeah, this is what I'm getting. Person who's very focused on themselves, person who's always trying to grow, get better, glow up. Your looks, your body, your health could be important to you. Your food habits, you might be into dieting as well, I don't know. But I'm getting that. With Ketu also, it gives almost like a detachment from other people. Sometimes people could sense that you're a little detached. Sometimes you could be a little moody also. That's what I'm getting. Let's keep going. For tarot, you got the Strength card, Page of Swords, Two of Cups, So see, a lot of people are drawn towards you. They feel that soulmate vibe, whether it's a friend or not, because we got Taurus, which is second house, soul tribe, soul family, people considering you an important part of their life. So that soulmate sort of a connecting with a lot of people could be easy for you, or there could be a lot of people telling you that you're my best friend, I must have known you in a past life. Meanwhile, you might not feel that same way, or you might also reciprocate. It really depends person to person picking this pile, but I'm getting that strong energy of having the tools to connect with people deeply emotionally. And again, relationships being a big part of your life. You could be someone who's very romantic, always dating, or looking to date, or flirtatious, all that strong Venus vibe that I was picking up earlier. I'm getting that here again. Opposites attract also. Maybe if you're very feminine, you could attract a lot of very masculine men. Strength also makes me think of Sun and Leo, which is more masculine quality. You could be good with animals also, I'm picking up. Maybe birds. Some of you maybe had a bird as a pet or something, I don't know why. But you're good with animals. You could have good intuition also. You're good with communication. So that fun, flirtatious vibe, I'm getting that through the communication as well, coming through. With Page of Swords, it is obviously connected to communication, being a little flirtatious, coquette-ish, but also spying on people. So keeping up to date, or something about just learning a lot of skills behind the scenes and coming across as someone who's very effortless in the way you dress or the way you talk, you communicate. You make it seem very effortless, but you put a lot of effort behind it. You could be a little sneaky also, because with all this water, it does represent a mysterious sort of a person where you are not clearly sure about their intentions. So if you like someone, you'll play a little hard to get. That's the energy I'm picking up. So that was the pile for you, group number 2. That was the reading for you, sorry. I hope you enjoyed it. And what are your thoughts? Let me know about the reading. If you want to book a reading with me, I'm pretty much done with the readings for this week. So I do have some free time. You can book readings with me. Go to the Ko-Fi link in the description. You can check out the readings I offer. Or you can write to me. My email will also be there. Thank you. And that's it. If you want to support my channel, you can become a member. I just posted the July predictions, so if you're interested, you can join. Otherwise, it's all right. Thank you for watching. Bye guys, have a good one. Hello pile number 3, welcome to your reading today. Today we're doing what's your reputation. So you chose this clear quartz crystal, if it'll focus. Okay, so this is the crystal you chose. We also have the swan here. I chose the clear quartz because there's a reflection in the water. That's why I wanted to take this crystal for this pile. We'll start with a few of these cards and we'll take a look at the other ones. So you got the swan, you got the high priestess, we have the tower, money. One makes me think of sun, 9 is Mars. Some of you could have sun-Mars conjunction maybe. For nakshatra, you got Swati. We have Ashwini. So we're getting, maybe some of you could have Venus-Mars conjunction as well. This is Mars, falls in the sign of Aries, Swati falls in Libra. So it's making me think of Venus and Mars. So overall, what I'm picking up is, first of all, swan is connected to intelligence. I always think of goddess Saraswati when I see this card. So your intelligence is something that's a big part of your personality, or people notice it and they compliment you maybe on it. But intelligence, perception, you could also have a good intuition. Sometimes I've noticed high priestess is obviously there, so it is talking about intuition, having that spiritual wisdom. I've noticed usually there will be one pile that's connected more strongly with spirituality, and usually it's the third one. which is interesting. Why is it always the third one? Maybe because the number 3 is Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet we look towards for spirituality, maybe. And now that I think of it, pile number 2 is Moon, so it's going to be something emotional or connected to love life. Sometimes I've noticed feelings, and first is usually more of that solar energy of the sun, where it's talking about the personality. Strong personality usually comes through in pile number 1. Or there's a self-centered energy. Pile number 2 is more about emotions, relationships in our life, vulnerability. Third is more spiritual element. That's funny. Do you guys feel that energy whenever you're picking piles? I don't know, it's just coming to me right now. How this even the numbers are somewhat connected to the energy of the planet. It's funny, interesting. Anyway, Swati is also connected to, just yesterday for a private reading, I was pulling out all of my nakshatra books and reading about Swati. And Swati does have connections with being very spiritual. And I didn't know this. Maybe I didn't remember. But yeah, that was one takeaway that I had while reading those books. Ashwini is also spiritual. I've noticed that. So strong spiritual energy so far with this pile. Maybe people, you could have a job that's connected to spirituality. You could be a psychic, tarot reader, astrologer, or someone even maybe connected with doing research or psychology, studying human psychology, something like this. Because we do have Mars energy also here with the tower, so I do connect it with Scorpio energy. Scorpio is connected to research and psychology as well, understanding the human psyche. Okay, and it's also one of the money houses. So I'm getting strong Scorpio here with this pile. And maybe a lot of placements in water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Moon in first house, Moon in 7th house, something like this could be there. But what I'm picking up majorly is a person who's very perceptive, either intelligent or even spiritually intelligent, spiritually wise. That's what I'm getting. Strong energy of a wise person here. Very psychic, or a person with great intuition, great perception. You're good at reading people, their body language, their intentions. Your foresight could be very strong. You can see events happening, maybe those, what do you call it, clairvoyance, clairaudient, all of that. Some psychic talents in this pile. Or people who are light workers could be picking this pile. Or people who are very intelligent also. This can be your, brainy intelligence as well with the swan. Someone who's good with scriptures maybe, or writing, creative writing. Creativity in general also. I was reading the swan card. It talked about person who has creative talents. So someone who's a good writer, musician, artist, painter, something like that could be there. But definitely also good looking. Swati and just swan also makes me think of a person who's beautiful. They have a beautiful aura around themselves. This is more of like a classic sort of a beauty that I'm picking up here. Especially maybe your face also, because Ashwini is the first house, which is about the face more than anything. So maybe your face, your facial features could be very beautiful. Moon also makes a person very beautiful. Moon energy, which is coming through. Moon gives beauty in Vedic astrology, and also sometimes gives a round sort of a face. So some of you people could have round features. That's what I'm getting. You could be highly feminine also, because again, connected to spirituality, it's more of a moon thing. So more feminine sort of a nature, and very mysterious. Someone who's I'm also getting Scorpio here as well. So Scorpio and Moon, so maybe Moon and Scorpio, but just natural. Moon itself talks about darkness, hidden things, mysteries, all of that. And then Scorpio is also on the zodiac, it's one of the houses that is connected with darkness. So that's why things are mysterious. People cannot read you. They could also sense a strong aura with you, pile number 3. And they definitely see you as a high value person. Intelligent person here also with the head. It's making me think of intelligence. Swati is ruled by Rahu, and it's also air element, which is again connected to our intelligence, communication, all of that. Strong Vayu or air element with Swati. Swati is also independent sort of a person, so it gives that energy of a person who's very free, very self-sufficient. They're on their own, they don't share a whole lot with other people. Very mysterious, hard to read, hard to judge, but good looking, and there's this warmth around you, a glow. Here also in the image I get that energy. With Tower, what I'm getting is you're unexpected. You might surprise people. You don't like to show off your talents or your intelligence, your spiritual gifts, I feel like. And then once every while, or there's some event happens, and then you kind of predict things, or you just blow people away. People are surprised by you. And there's some unexpected energy that you carry within yourself. Very interesting sort of a person. And people are drawn towards you because they want to this almost like unravel a mystery with you, to figure you out. What makes you tick? What are your secrets? What are your hidden talents? It's like people are very interested in you. So you might attract a lot of attention even though you're passive. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And also some major events could happen in your life. With Tower, unexpected events. And also maybe earlier in your life as you were growing up, maybe you were not spiritual, but then something happened that really transformed you as a person, and then you made like a 180-degree change in your life. I'm getting that strongly with this pile. There was some sort of transformation, something happened in your life that changed you. Some event or something. So people know your reputation. This is overall your reputation. So people see you as a person who's highly intelligent. You're a bit mysterious, you don't share your secrets, but then people also somehow notice that this person changed. There's something happened to pile number 3 and they completely shifted or changed. That's how they perceive you. Here also we have the Crone, which is one of the more mysterious cards in this deck, which talks about someone who's a witch, someone who has spiritual gifts, psychic intuition, that sort of energy. So very similar to the vibe I was picking up earlier. Okay. Medallion makes me think of Jyeshta Nakshatra. Hand makes me think of Hasta. Then prominent Saturn could also be there. You could come across as a wise soul. Maybe Saturn-Mercury conjunction with this black bird. Here we have the Destroyer. Some of you could be Shiva devotees. He is the archetype for the Destroyer. Or maybe Kali devotees. Kal Bhairav, you know, those more severe, not severe, but fierce sort of gods. You might be naturally drawn towards people like that. People who have heavier energies or heavier auras or more mysterious. Even Tantra, I'm picking up with this pile. But Destroyer is again that Mars energy. Some major event happened and changed everything. You could also be someone who's okay with letting things go, moving on, leaving people behind, that sort of a thing. Making major changes in your life. You could be comfortable with change, pile number 3. And people notice how you're good at letting things go. And there's this energy of you do things in such a way that people cannot relate to you, pile number 3. They feel like, what's wrong with this person? Or how can they take such a drastic decision? Something like this I'm picking up with the Destroyer. But you're also, there's a clarity that I'm picking up with this pile. There's a lot of white and black. So someone was very clear, so very particular about your interest, your hobbies, or your life purpose. You have a lot of clarity, and whatever doesn't float your boat, you're like, this is not for me, I don't care. So you're not a people pleaser. You could also be very blunt with your speech. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And the tiger is also a person who's an animal that's not a pack animal. So pile number 3, you could be someone, your energy doesn't match with a lot of people. You could be someone who doesn't have a lot of friends, who doesn't date a lot. Maybe you're someone who doesn't want to date or settle down. Swati gives a desire for freedom, never settling down. Even Ashwini is horse, so that energy of running, looking for something. So I'm not overall picking up this vibe of a person who has a lot of love in their life, or who connect with a lot of people, or who want to connect with a lot of people. I'm getting this self-sufficient, independent energy with this pile overall. Even though you might get a lot of offers with the swan, it's that energy of the lovebirds and soulmates. So some of you might have found that perfect person for you who's the exact opposite, like a twin flame, or the energy perfectly matches, and it's like perfect divine match. You might have found that person who allows you to be yourself, and they resonate with your principles, your morals, your life goals, and they give you a lot of freedom, so it makes sense to be with that person. Or you might always be looking for someone and you enjoy being in your company. You like being single, you like the freedom, you're self-sufficient, you enjoy that. So actively not interested in people, or someone who's found the perfect partner who just suits them. Or if you are looking for love, maybe there is someone out there for you. So don't lose hope. Here we have Vata, which is naturally connected to the air element. See, I was picking up strong air so far as well. Someone who's intelligent, someone maybe who moves around a lot, lots of movement, dynamic sort of a person, someone who's full of ideas as well. People might be interested in your thoughts also, your ideas. Here we have Anahata, which is the heart chakra. We see all this green energy. So you could have maybe a prominent Mercury also in your chart. But with this heart chakra, it's like you could be very passionate. You follow your heart. You don't listen to other people's opinion. A lot of people could feel a lot of healing of their heart happens because of you. If you're a light worker, you could be someone who deals with people who have relationship issues, or you help them find love in their life, something like this. I think your idea of love is quite correct, is what I'm picking up. It's your heart chakra is activated or open, where you connect with it very well, and you know what true love is, and you don't get you don't accept any facade, or it's hard to play games with you because you have great perception. That's the energy I'm picking up. Here we have dragonfly, illusion. You know who you really are. Rahu energy with illusion. We have frog, purification, clear out the clutter. So again, Scorpio energy that I was picking up earlier. Rahu, some of you could have Rahu in Scorpio. What I'm picking up overall is a person who is hard to fool. You've had your spiritual growth, you have a lot of wisdom. You could also be someone who's religious or spiritual, where your spirit guides guide you and they protect you from a lot of people. So you're someone who has this strong ability to influence other people, but you have good intentions. You don't take advantage of other people. Okay, and you purify yourself. You keep learning lessons and you keep growing and getting better, and you're not afraid of letting people go, clearing out the clutter, right? And you have good perception. You're good at judging people, and you're not looking for anyone's approval. You come across as a person who doesn't give a damn about other people. That's what I'm getting. So your reputation is of such a person who's very self-fulfilled, looking for some greater purpose in life, not just the everyday mundane things. And people might also feel a little afraid to say certain things to you. They feel like you'll cut them off, or that sort of energy I'm getting. When people are not looking for truth, they don't come to you. It's like sometimes some people are not open to truth. They like to be babied, or just someone who will agree with them. So those people might not vibe with you, pile number 3. For astrology, you got 4th house. You got Jupiter. Jupiter gets exalted in the 4th house, or the 4th zodiac sign of Cancer. We have Gemini. Gemini is also connected to intelligence. I'm getting that. And again, that twin energy. Here also we had that reflection of the swan. So yeah, some of you could actually find your perfect partner. You should look for a person who feels like a friend to you, and you're the same. You should go for a person who's very similar to you in terms of personality, not someone who's opposite. Yeah, that's what you should be looking for Jupiter. And in this Cancer energy, it's exalted Jupiter. You guys, first of all, that's an amazing placement. Exalted Jupiter is amazing. It gives blessings, it gives spiritual wisdom, it gives blessings from your spirit guides, where they protect you from certain things, and you do good deeds, you get great results, and the bad stuff kind of gets toned down a little bit, and your blessings get amplified with this sort of a placement. And you have divine wisdom, you could channel wisdom from your spirit guides. Like I said, you could be a light worker with this placement, and you give great advice. You should be guiding people. You could also be good at teaching people. Jupiter is that teacher. We have teacher and student energy. Younger people could be drawn towards you. And again, that fourth house is connected to emotional fulfillment. You have that emotional fulfillment with your divine purpose, with your purpose in life, with your spirituality, with your religion. You find that purpose there, just living your truth. And very generous person, very abundant, blessed person. Especially it will improve over time in your life. You have a lot of wisdom. You let things go easily, and you learn the lesson. Very wise person. I love the energy of this pile, and I think out of all the three piles, I just love this pile. Such a great energy. Okay. Finally, for tarot, you got Four of Cups, Knight of Cups, Empress. So you're the Empress archetype, like I said, very beautiful, abundant. And in this particular deck, we see more of like a religious or spiritual sort of a person. So again, it's your love for life, your love for the higher purpose, your spirit guides, your gods, whatever you believe in. You're very committed to that, and it brings a lot of fulfillment for you as well. I think with Four of Cups, it also gives that energy of not being impressed by people a whole lot. So again, that single sort of energy I'm picking up again. Not you don't date easily, but you are still that romantic or lover sort of a type. And I think this is a positive sign with Knight of Cups coming out. I think you could find that perfect partner for you. They might live at a distance from you, and there might have to be a spiritual sort of a connection with water. It's making me think of spiritual element, an emotional connection with the person. Okay, so overall, great energy. Your reputation is that of a person who's spiritual, who believes in the higher purpose, who is very wise. You do things differently, and a very independent, self-sufficient, intelligent sort of a person, very perceptive. So strong feminine energy also coming through with this pile. And there could have been like a major transformation that happened where you completely changed, and people are in awe of your transformation. Some people might have preferred the earlier you. They say that this new person, I don't like them. But again, who cares? So this is your energy. Great energy, great reading. Pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you like my videos, you want to support my work, you can join the membership. I just posted the July predictions. You might like those. And if you want to book a reading with me, I'm open. My personal readings are almost done for the week. So I do have openings for you guys. If anyone's interested, you can click on the link in the description on the Ko-Fi shop. Check out all the readings that I offer. And you can also write to me on my email. It will also be mentioned. So thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye guys.